From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 19th, 2024. The IDF announced several casualties this weekend and today. A non-commissioned IDF officer was killed this morning when 5 explosive-laden drones were launched from Lebanon by terror group Hezbollah at the Western Galilee in northern Israel. 3 of the drones were intercepted by the Iron Dome. However, one made impact in the area of Moshav Ya'ara, killing 45-year-old Chief Warrant Officer Mahmoud Amaria, also seriously injuring another soldier. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed by a roadside bomb in Gaza on Saturday. They are 34-year-old Major in Reserve Yotam Yitzchak Peled and 34-year-old Sergeant Major in Reserve Mordechai Yosef Ben Shoam. And also this morning, 21-year-old Lieutenant Shachar Ben Nun was killed accidentally during an Israeli airstrike on Gaza. The Times of Israel reports this was apparently due to a missile that malfunctioned and hit the wrong target, striking a building where IDF soldiers were stationed. And an Israeli civilian security guard was killed in a terror attack yesterday in Samaria, the West Bank. 38-year-old Gidon Perry was attacked with a hammer by a Palestinian terrorist at the Bar-On Industrial Park near Kadumim. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition and died of his injuries. The IDF continues to battle Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in the north, eliminating terrorists and terror infrastructure, including in Gaza. The IDF shared carrying out airstrikes that killed a Hamas terrorist who was carrying out rocket attacks from Gaza at the border community of Ein HaShlosha on Sunday. Also saying IDF troops destroyed a terror tunnel almost a mile long full of weapons and equipment. And Israeli troops responded to ongoing rocket and drone attacks from Lebanon, hitting Hezbollah terrorists and terror infrastructure. Hamas claimed responsibility for an explosion last night in Tel Aviv, where a man carrying a backpack was walking down the street in South Tel Aviv when it detonated, killing him and moderately wounding a passerby. Israel police said it confirmed that this was a terror attack involving a powerful explosive. It is believed the man was a terrorist and the bomb went off prematurely. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived back in Israel last night and today held meetings with Israel's leaders in an effort to get the ceasefire hostage release deal that is on the table done. Blinken met today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whose office said the meeting, which lasted about 3 hours, was positive, and that the Prime Minister reiterated Israel's commitment to the current American proposal on the release of our hostages, which takes into account Israel's security needs, which he strongly insists on. Blinken also met with Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant today, who said he emphasized to Blinken, as Israel is leading military pressure on Hamas, that the U.S. should lead the political pressure until an outline is reached for the return of the abductees. Blinken also met with Israel's President Isaac Herzog, who said, "I reiterated that there is no greater global humanitarian cause than returning our hostages to their families, side by side with ensuring Israel's right to self-defense." Herzog said the state of Israel is surrounded and threatened by terror on different fronts, but at the same time, it is also surrounded and supported by allies and friends, chief among them the United States of America, saying we are deeply grateful to the President of the United States, Joe Biden, and the American leadership for leading a forceful coalition to project and deploy power to ensure regional stability and Israel's right to protect itself. The State Department said Blinken reaffirmed the United States' ironclad commitment to Israel's security and efforts to de-escalate tensions in the region. saying the secretary reiterated the urgent need to finalize the ceasefire agreement that would release the hostages, allow a surge of humanitarian assistance, and create the conditions for broader regional stability. The hostages who remain captive in Gaza now for 318 days. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, August the 19th at 7 o'clock, episode 12 of the hit Israeli TV series Srugim. That's followed by Srugim Unraveled. At 8, Abigail Pogrebin is joined by Reuven Fenton to talk about his debut novel, Goyhood, that examines destiny and spirituality through the story of a devoutly Orthodox Jewish man who discovers in middle age that he is not, in fact, Jewish. At 8:30, Eric Goldman is joined by filmmaker Nathan Silver to discuss Between the Temples, starring Jason Schwartzman as a cantor facing a crisis of faith when his former music teacher returns as an adult bat mitzvah student. At 9, members of Israel's national baseball team, Eric Holtz, Eric Brodkowitz, and Peter Kurz are on L'chaim. At 10, it's Good Week Israel, which is also coming up next. At 10:30, an encore of the news. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 19th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.